One question that I'm sure a lot of people have when it comes to Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers is during the original run, and I've talked about this before, when it comes to Chip 'n Dale and the infatuation with Gadget, and how they would always compete with each other. I mean, there are several times to where it's hinted at that Chip and Dale both want to spend individual time with Gadget to try to win her over. And despite all the other times when they would flirt with her, like from the very first episode, calories not included, to various other times in the series, there have been various other hints, like I said, to where they just want to have her to themselves. I mean, you look at this, like I mentioned, you look at this Palvely Ring a Bell, and Dale basically indicates that he wants to take Gadget on a picnic by himself. It's just make it between the two of them, be a picnic date or, lunch date or whatever. Get to know each other better. And then when you look at good times, bad times, you have, the Rangers at a drive-in enjoying surprisingly a romantic film. And you have Dale offering stuff that he got from the concession stand. And, Chip basically gets, because Dale's offering to share it with both of them, with everybody. And Chip's like, no, you just sit back there. We need a smoke signal. We need anything, we'll send you a smoke signal. And then you see this look on Gadget's face, like, what was that about? He was just trying to share. And she has this look on her face when he's, after he does that and he gets back to her and he's like, now, where were we? So obviously you get the idea just by him reacting to even just Dale generously sharing what he got, acting that way and then going like, now, where were we? You could tell right there that Chip wanted Gadget to himself. Like he wanted to just be her and him at that movie so he could try to win her over. So the question obviously is, though, in my opinion, and I don't know if anybody else has asked this, but why didn't they do an episode, or even a comic book story, whatever, where Gadget finally confronts them? I mean, she obviously knows about the feelings and everything. She's not that dumb. She's not that oblivious. I mean, she knows think of it this way. When Dale wants to go on a picnic with her, he hints that he just meant her and him, not anybody else. But yet, before that, she suggests that, hey, everybody, we're going to all go on that. You see, Gadget's not dumb. By doing that, by stating, hey, everybody, we're going to all go on a picnic, and then Dale trying to say, well, I just meant you and me, you kind of tell that Gadget's not that dumb. She knows what Dale was planning. And the same with Chip. Even though we didn't see it on screen, obviously it took place off screen, Chip probably suggested a drive-in movie, to go to a movie and all that, to see this romantic film. And he probably just meant for him and Gadget, but then Gadget suggested, hey guys, Chip just made a good idea for a night out. We can go see a movie. So obviously you could tell that she's not that oblivious to how they feel about her, because with her pretty much saying this, in my opinion, she's avoiding what's going to happen. She's avoiding what she knows the original plan is. Like, she knows when Dale suggests a picnic, you would think, oh, she's oblivious to it. No. She's obvious. She's not oblivious. She knows exactly what's going on. She knows, oh, wait a minute. Dale just suggested a picnic. Got quick on your feet, girl. And she just goes like, hey, buddies, we're going to all go on a picnic. She knows what Dale wants to do. Even though her and Dale were in the back of the Ranger skate, if you will, which I guess would be the closest thing Dale would get, fun. That's good. That's cool too. But again, here's the thing. If she's willing to work around this, basically, change things up to, from what Chip and Dale's original plans were, were from the beginning, then why doesn't she just come out and tell them? Why didn't they do an episode or even a comic, story where she finally convinces them? Sorry about that, but continuing on real quickly. The question obviously is, why didn't she ever say something? Why didn't they put an episode together, or maybe a comic story together, where she finally addressed the situation. Because again, it's despite how you think Gadget is, or how oblivious Gadget might be to it, she's not. I mean, she works it around. She knows exactly what Dale. She's smart. Remember, she's a very intelligent, high Q, character. She can invent things out of nothing, just like that, or invent things out of nothing, just like that. What I was trying to do, or trying to say. So, she's obviously not stupid to the fact that she knows exactly what's going on. So why didn't anybody? I mean, yes, I understand it's a show for kids, but what better way to kind of teach kids a lesson than to have a character that both Chip and Dale are infatuated with tell Chip and Dale, look, I know what you guys are trying to do at times. I know, what you're up to. Even maybe acknowledge, their attempts of, oh, I just want to have, like, let's say Dale picnic, idea, or Chip's movie ideas, like, have them at least, have maybe from an acknowledgement standpoint, have her come out and say, look, I know what you guys were planning. Like Dale with the picnic, you wanted to just be me and you. Chip with the movie, you wanted to be me and you. But I'm not ready for that. And I only look at the family, and I only look at the Rangers as a family. And I don't want to do anything or make any choice that could, cause disaster or kind of destroy that family. That's why I'm always changing things up to where it involves everybody and not just me and one of you. So, to me, I think, it would have been obvious, not obvious, but it would have been a great, solution in the end. Just like a little bonus episode on the side, because some shows at that time, even with Disney, did that, or even do a little comic, one shot in the Walt Disney Comics or the Marvel Comics during when they had the Disney Afternoon comic, do something like that to where, at least, or even in Disney Adventures magazine, do something to at least addresses that issue, to where both Chip and Dale get the understanding, like, oh, okay, we get it now, we get it. But then, being typical Chip and Dale, both have thinking, okay, we'll let that be for right now, but sooner or later she's gonna have to choose. So we'll have them both think that in the thought bubbles, that sooner or later she's gonna have to choose me over Dale, or she's gonna have to choose me over Chip, or something like that. And again, this is why a lot of people would also say this is, an instance as to why in the cartoon you had characters like Tammy and Foxglove brought into fray, as well as Sparky, to kind of, drive home the message that, yeah, both Chip and Dale have a thing for Gadget, but then on the outside there are those that have a thing for them. So, yeah, it's an interesting scenario, but to me, I think honestly it would have been, really humbling, really interesting, and kind of a life lesson for all ages, if they would have done something like a one-shot comic in the Marvel Comics, or in the Walt Disney Comics, or the Disney Adventures, or even did like a one-shot episode bonus-wise in the original run to kind of address the issue. But let's face it, for those of us that think Gadget was oblivious to Chip and Dale's, attraction to her, oh, she wasn't oblivious. She wasn't oblivious. Nor was she oblivious to attempts to just get her one-on-one. They weren't oblivious. She wasn't oblivious to that. She knew what they were doing, which is why she